Good morning. We were discussing module 2, which was state space analysis. We have already discussed the state space modeling using physical variables. Now the second method of modeling is using phase variables. So we are coming to the second method of state space modeling using phase variables. In case of modeling using phase variable, what we do is any one of the system variable will be selected as the state variable, and then the derivatives of the selected system variable will be chosen as the other state variables. That is, one of the system variable will be chosen as a state variable and its further derivatives. If there are n state variables, then its n minus 1 derivatives will be chosen as the other state variables. Mostly in all the systems, we will be taking the output variable to be the state variable, and then the other state variables will be the higher order derivatives of this output variable. So if y is the output, then y dot of t, y double dot of t, y triple dot of t, etc. n minus 1 derivatives will be taken as the state variables. Modeling using phase variables is mostly done when the system transfer function or the system differential equation has been given. Now consider an nth order LTI system with output y of t and input u of t. So the differential equation governing the system is given. This is an LTI system with one input y of t and one input u of t. So the equation be y raised to n plus a1, y raised to n minus 1 plus a2, y raised to n minus 2 plus etc. plus a n minus 1 y raised to 1 plus a n y is equal to u. These y raised to n etc. will be its derivatives, higher order derivatives. Y raised to n will be nth order derivative of output y. So here this y will be selected, output is y, so y will be selected as one variable and all the other derivatives of y, y1, y2, etc., yn will be selected as the y, and n minus 1 derivatives of y will be taken as the state variables. So see how state variables have been chosen. So as we said, y will be your first state variable. State variables are denoted by x1, x2, etc., xn. So here first state variable x1 will be equal to y, then its derivative, first order derivative will be the next state variable. So x2, the other next state variable x2 will be equal to dy by dt, which also can be written as dx1 by dt. Here x1 is there, which can also be written as dx1 by dt. Similarly, the next state variable x3 will be equal to dy by dt dot, that is d square y by dt square, or it can also be written as dx2 by dt or x2 dot. Similarly, the nth state variable xn will be equal to y raised to n minus 1, which will be equal to dx of n minus 1 by dt. Now, the same equations can be rewritten as x1 is equal to y, x1 dot is equal to x2, x2 dot is equal to x3, etc. x n minus 1 dot will be equal to. So on rewriting the equation, you will be able to write it as xn dot will be equal to minus an x1 minus a n minus 1 x2 minus etc. minus a1 x1. Now all these represented equations are the first order differential equations of all the state variables. N state variables are there varying from x1 to xn. So these are the first order differential equation of all the state variables. Now if you are collecting them and writing in them in form of a matrix, you will be getting it as x1 dot x, you will be getting it as x dot of t is equal to a x of t plus b u of t, where a will be in the form of the matrix that has been shown here. You can see this. See, if you are observing the system matrix, you can see that the upper off diagonal elements are all 1. The diagonal row will be all zeros and the last element will be minus a1. Similarly, all the other elements except the off diagonal elements will be 0. Similarly, if you are avoiding the last row and the off diagonal elements, all the other elements will be 0. The last row will be the negative of coefficients of your transfer function. Okay. And you can see that the last row will be the negatives of coefficients present in the differential equation. an minus 1, an minus 2, etc. a1 were the coefficients present in the differential equation. So the negative of all these coefficients will be present in the last row of the system matrix A. System matrix, if it is obtained in this particular form, that is called as phase variable form. That is, matrix A is said to be in phase variable form. The other names are Bush form or companion form. Now, writing the equation of the output, you can obtain it as y of t is equal to c into x of t. Here, y of t was chosen as x1. So, output matrix C will be equal to 1 and all other zeros. Here, B is not been specified. B will be all zeros and except last row. Last row value will be 1. B matrix will be all 0. It will be a column matrix with all rows 0 except the last row. The last row value will be 1. Now let's see a problem. Here it is asked to construct the state model using phase variables, and the system has been described by the differential equation d cube y of t by dt cube plus 4 d square y of t by dt square plus 7 dy of t by dt plus 2 y of t is equal to 5 u of t. Here, if you analyze this differential equation, y of t is the output of the system and all the other terms in the LHS are the higher order derivatives of y of t. So, since it is asked to do the state space modeling using phase variables, we will be selecting y of t as the first state variable and the other derivatives, higher order derivatives of y of t will be chosen as the corresponding other state variables. So, here choose x1 of t, that is the first state variable, as y of t itself. So, x2 of t will be equal to y dot of t, which will be equal to dy by dt. Now, since y of t is x1 of t, this can also be written as x1 dot of t. Similarly, the next value will be, next state variable will be x3 of t. Here it is not clear, but that is x3 of t. x3 of t will be chosen as d square y by dt square. So, which will be y double dot of t, and since y of t is x1, y dot of t is x2. So, this can be written as x2 dot of t. I hope it is clear. Okay. So, the three state variables are chosen. First state variable was the output itself. Second state variable was first order derivative of the output, and the next state variable will be the second order derivative of output. Now we chose the state variables, and now in order to write the state equation, we need to find the first order differential equations of all the state variables. The first state variable was x1 and the first order differential equation will be x1 dot. Here from these substituted values you can see that x1 dot is equal to x2. From these equations you can see that x1 dot will be equal to x2, or x2 is chosen as the first order derivative of, which is again equal to the first order derivative of x1. So it can be written as x1 dot of t will be equal to x2 of t. Now the third state variable was chosen as the second order derivative of y of t, and y of t was substituted as x1 of t. So here it will be x1 double dot of t or x2 dot of t. So here the first order differential equation of the second state variable x2 of t can be written as x2 dot of t will be equal to x3 of t. You can verify the previous equations and come to these conclusions. Now in order to obtain the first order differential equation of the third state variable, you need to substitute all the values in the given transfer function. That is, the given transfer function will be, the parameters of the given transfer function will be substituted by the three different state variables. So the first term is d cube y of t by dt square. Here we can see that the third state variable was d square y of t by dt square. Next derivative of x3. So you can see that here you can see that the third state variable is d square y of t by dt square. So again if you are differentiating, you will be getting it as d cube y of t by dt cube, which is the required element in the differential equation. So it can do d cube y by dt cube can be written as x3 dot. I repeat, x3 is the state variable which will be equal to d square y of t by dt cube, which will be equal to d square y of t by dt square. So again, if you are taking the differential, it will be d cube y of t by dt cube, which will be equal to, or which can be written as x3 dot, which is dx3 by dt or x3 dot. So here the first term can be substituted by x3 dot plus 4 into, this is x3 plus 7 into dy by dt is substituted as x2. So here the third term will be 7x2 and y of t will be substituted as x1. So the last term will be 2x1. Now this will be the input. So you'll be getting the equation as x3 dot plus 4x3 plus 7x2 plus 2x1 is equal to 5u of t. So that is the equation that you are getting here. x3 dot plus 4x3 plus 7x2 plus 2x1 is equal to 5u. Now if you are rearranging, you need to get the first order differential equation of the third state variable, that is, you need to get an equation for x3 dot. So here on rearranging, you will be getting it as x3 dot will be equal to minus 2x1 minus 7x2 minus 4x3 plus 5u of t. And here now you have got all the three differential equations of the three state variables x1 dot, x2 dot and x3. When you are arranging that to the state equation, you will be getting the matrix A as 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, minus 2, minus 7 and minus 4. Just to confirm the equations, I will tell it as, first equation was x1 dot is equal to x2 of t. That is why the second element is 1 and all the elements are 0 in that corresponding row. Similarly, x2 dot was x3. It is written here x2 dot was x3. So you can see that both the first two elements are being 0 and the last element will be 1. That is just corresponding to x3. And the last equation was x3 dot, here the coefficient of x1 was minus 2, which is written here. Coefficient of x2 is minus 7, which is written here. And the coefficient of x3 is minus 4, which is written here. Similarly, in case of B matrix, there is no element of input in first two equations, that is x1 dot and x2 dot. But in case of third equation, we have an element plus 5u of t. So here the coefficient or the element corresponding to third row will be 5. Similarly, the output of the equation y of t was chosen as the first state variable x1 of t. So here you can write the equation y of t is equal to c x of t plus d u of t. Here d value will be 0 and c value will be 1, 0, 0, since the equation is y is equal to x1 of t. Only first element will be there, all the other corresponding elements will be 0. So this is the state equation and this is the output equation. So now you need to draw the state diagram of the system of this state space model. So in order to draw the state diagram, we can take every element by element. You may use the equations also. The first equation was x1 dot is equal to, we have already discussed in the last class that we will be using integrators rather than differentiators to speed up the process. Since we are having three state variables, we will be taking three integrators. The output of each integrator will be a state variable. Let's take the output of the first integrator as x3, which will be given. x3 will also be equal to x2 dot. So you can write it as x3 is equal to x2 dot. So if you are integrating it, you will be getting it as x2. x2 is actually equal to x1 dot. So you can substitute it here. So x2 will be equal to x1 dot. So again, if you are giving an integrator, you will be getting the state variable as x1 of t, which is our actual output. So the output is obtained here as x1 of t. Now the first differential equation was x1 dot of t. Now the first differential equation was x1 dot of t, which was equal to x2 of t, which has been obtained here. Second differential equation was x2 dot of t, which is actually obtained here. x2 dot of t will be equal to x3 of t. Now the third differential equation was x3 dot of t will be equal to minus 2 x1 of t minus 7 x2 of t minus 4 x3 of t plus 5 u of t. Now you need to realize this equation. Here this is the coefficient x1, this is the constant. Now this is the state variable x1, so that x1 has to be multiplied with the multiplier 2, and either you can multiply it with minus 2 and give it to a summer, or if you are multiplying that with 2, then you need to define the entry as negative to this summer block. Similarly, the next coefficient was minus 7, which is the coefficient of state variable x2. So x2 is taken and it is multiplied with 7. It is also given as the negation. The last term was minus 4 x3, that is x3 is taken here, it is multiplied with minus 4, or it is multiplied with 4 and given as negative to the summer block. Then the last term was plus 5 u of t. U of t is the input of the system. It will be multiplied by 5 and it will be taken as positive. So now the output of this summer block will be x3 dot of t. You can verify it as x3 dot of t will be equal to 5 u of t minus 2 x1 of t minus 7 x2 of t minus 4 x3 of t, which is the equation that we have written here. Similarly, the output equation was y of t is equal to x1 of t, which has already been realized here. In case if you were having a constant there, in some few questions you will be having a constant there, in that case you may have a multiplier block here also. Moving to the next problem, you need to obtain the state space model of the differential equation that is given here, d cube y by dt cube plus 6 d square x y by dt square plus 11 dy by dt plus 10y is equal to 3 u of t. Here the only change is that here a coefficient is present for the u of t also, so divided by a 3 will be coming in the equation, that's all. Similarly, the next equation is 4 d cube c of t by dt cube plus 3 d square c by dt square plus dc by dt plus 2c is equal to 5 r of t. Here the variables are being changed. The output is taken as c of t and the input is taken as r of t. You may use the same variables, or if you need, you may change the variables and write the corresponding state space equations. Till now we saw how to extract the state space model when the differential equation was given. Now we will see if the transfer function is given directly, how to extract the state space modeling. So here the transfer function is given as c of s by r of s will be equal to 24 divided by s cube plus 9s square plus 26s plus 24. So here if you are cross multiplying it, you will be getting it as s cube plus 9s square plus 26s plus 24 into c of s. Here you are cross multiplying this. So into c of s will be equal to 24 into r of s. Okay, that is written here. Now if you are taking the inverse Laplace, you will be obtaining it as d cube c by dt cube plus 9 d square c by dt square plus 26 dc by dt plus 24 c will be equal to 24 r of t. Okay, now you obtained the differential equation and you may solve as just we saw. So you got the differential equation of the system. Now you may assume the state variables. C of t will be the first state variable, dc by dt will be the second state variable, dc square c by dt square will be the next state variable. Here 3 state variables need to be there since the order of the equation is n. There is no need to substitute a state variable for the last term because the last term can be taken as the derivative of the second last term. Okay. So this will be d square c by dt square will be taken as x3 and d cube c by dt cube can be taken as x3 dot. Now you will be able to easily obtain the state space model of this particular system. Now in this problem we were discussing a transfer function where there is no zeros, only poles are being present, or the denominator term is present. Only the denominator term is present, there is no numerator term present. Now we will see a transfer function where a numerator as well as a denominator term is present. in case if a system transfer function is given like this, here you can see that in this system transfer function, a numerator polynomial as well as a denominator polynomial is present. So in case if the order of numerator and denominator are same, now this given system transfer function has a numerator term as well, numerator polynomial as well as a denominator polynomial. Here the order of numerator polynomial and denominator polynomial are same. In case the numerator polynomial is less than denominator polynomial also, the procedure will be one another same. Now here, in order to model using phase variables, what we do is, we will be decomposing this equation, this transfer function, into two transfer functions. Okay, that is g of s, which can be taken as y of s by u of s, where y is the output and u is the input. This can be decomposed as y of s by z of s into z of s by u of s. That is, the given transfer function is decomposed into two parts. The numerator and denominator will be separated. So, u of s into the denominator polynomial will be giving a transfer function z of s. So, u of s into the denominator polynomial will be giving z of s, and z of s into the numerator polynomial will be giving y of s, which can be concluded from this particular decomposition. Now here you can consider it as two different transfer functions. Z of s by u of s will be the denominator polynomial 1 by s raised to n plus alpha, s raised to n minus 1, etc. plus alpha n. Similarly, the second transfer function can be written as y of s by z of s. Y of s by z of s will be equal to beta naught s raised to n plus beta 1 s raised to n minus 1 plus etc. plus beta n. Now, if you are cross multiplying both the equations, both the parts, you will be getting it as s raised to n plus alpha 1 s raised to n minus 1 plus etc. plus alpha n into z of s will be equal to u of s. And similarly here, y of s will be equal to beta naught s raised to n plus beta 1 s raised to n minus 1 plus etc. beta n into z of s. Now you got two different transfer functions, and now here you obtain two differential equations. Now you may take the inverse Laplace transform of both the equations and then choose corresponding state variables and proceed. Let's see a problem where g of the state model has to be obtained. So g of s is equal to a polynomial with a transfer function with numerator polynomial as well as denominator polynomial. As we discussed earlier, this transfer function will be decomposed into y of s by u of s is equal to y of s by z of s into z of s by u of s. That is, the numerator polynomial and the denominator polynomial will be separated. Now here y of s by z of s will be taken as the numerator polynomial, and z of s by u of s has to be taken as the denominator polynomial. Then only you will be able to model the equations. Now we will take the first part. We need to solve the numerator part, that is solving y of s by z of s, which is the first part of the equation. Y of s by z of s is being solved, which is actually equal to your numerator polynomial. So if you are solving this, or if you are cross multiplying this first equation, first part, you will be getting it as y of s is equal to 3s square plus 7s plus 15 into z of s. Now if you are taking the inverse Laplace transform, you can write it as y of t is equal to 3 d square z by dt square plus 7 dz by dt plus 15z. Now the next step will be to choose the state variables. Here in this equation, you can see that the state variable or the system variable that will be chosen as state variable will be definitely z, because z and its further derivatives are being taken here. So the system variable which has to be chosen as the state variable will be z and its higher derivatives. So now let us choose the state variables. So let the first state variable x1 be z. So x2 will be dz by dt or z dot, which can also be written as x1 dot. Similarly, the third state variable will be x3 is equal to d square z by dt square, which is equal to z double dot. which can also be written as x2 dot. Now if you are going to substitute all these values in your corresponding equation for y of t, you will be getting the output equation y of t as y of t is equal to 3x3 plus 7x2 plus 15x1. Okay, I repeat the output equation. This is the equation for y of t. Y of t is the output of the system. Here the output is not taken as the state variable, rather than z is taken as the state variable, which is an intermediate variable, and that will be taken as a state variable. So here the output equation will be obtained as 3x3 plus 7x2 plus 15x1. You may rearrange it and write it as 15x1 plus 7x2 plus 3x3, so that you won't be changing the order in the output equation. Now we have solved the numerator part or first part of the whole transfer function. Now we will be taking the second part, which is z of s by u of s is equal to 1 by s cube plus 7s square plus 14s plus 8. Now the second part will be taken and it will be solved. So the denominator function was z of s by u of s is equal to 1 by s cube plus 7s square plus 14s plus 8. Now if you are cross multiplying, you will be obtaining it as u of s is equal to s cube plus 7s square plus 14s plus 8 into z of s. If you are taking inverse Laplace transform, then you will be obtaining it as u of t will be equal to d cube z by dt cube plus 7 d square z by dt square plus 40 dz by dt plus 8z. While solving the first part itself, we have chosen the state variables. So if you are substituting those values here, you can obtain it as this d square z by dt square will be x3, dz by dt will be x2, z will be x1. And here the function d cube z by dt cube will be x3 dot or it. So seeing the state variables again, the first state variable was x1 is equal to z, x2 was equal to dz by dt, and x3 was equal to d square z by dt square. In the denominator part, we had the higher order derivative. We had the third order derivative also, which was d cube z by dt cube. In the denominator part, we had the third derivative also, which was d cube z by dt cube. Now that can be taken as x3 dot, or the first order derivative of the third state variable x3. So here you can write u of t as x3 dot plus 7x3 plus 14x2 plus 8x1, and x3 dot can be written as, rearranging and writing, x3 dot can be written as u of t minus 8x1 minus 14x2 minus 7x3. Now for writing the state equation, this is the last differential equation. The other differential equations were given here. x1 dot was equal to x2 and x2 dot was equal to x3. So you can write, you got all the three differential equations as well as the output equation. Now you may write it in form of matrices. And obtain the state space modeling of the given system. Coming to advantages of the phase variables. Here this is an easy method. It is easy to implement this method, and since here we are not taking the physical variables, it is a mathematically powerful method. Because you can take any variable there, its higher order derivative can be calculated, and it is a mathematically powerful system. Disadvantage here is that since physical variables are not being chosen, it will be reducing the practical significance of the system. Okay, that is, the derivative of certain terms of the derivative of input or the derivative of output may not be available, and it will be difficult to obtain some second order or higher order derivatives of the output and all. So this may be difficult from the measurement point of view. Will not be able to measure these parameters. So but it is very easy to implement this system.